Getting stronger.
Jason, you talked about how the threes were going to come. Seems like they did come this game. How much does that change, just the offense that we've been seeing over the past few weeks?
Yeah, I think we've talked about it each game or at practice about the shots that we're getting. We've had them all year. The seasons are about makes and misses. We're making them early in the season, and our focus on the defensive end has maybe taken some of our legs in a positive way. The focus of playing defense and protecting one another is at a high right now, and maybe our offense maybe took a step back from making threes, but I thought today PJ and D Jones set the tone for us with the threes, and I thought Luka, our leader, set the tone early. He came out aggressive, and then our other leader and Kai, he set the tone in the third with the pace. And so when those guys get going, somebody's going to be open. And I thought just the plays, for one another on both ends, offensively and defensively, was at a high level.
And then when you guys made the run pull away in the third, what did you see?
Defense. Just again, I thought Kai set the tone for us. He was the pace, understanding the stops. We want to get out and run. We talked about that before the game. That we're not a team that just can walk it up. We can do that if we have to, but we want to get out and get easy baskets. Also, we want the ball to touch the paint, and we want to share the ball. And so I thought the guys did that. Kai set the tone in the third, and the guys followed.
You guys limited them to 37% shooting, and Fox had 18. I think Sabonis had 11 or 12. I think it's the most credit for that.
Listen, those two are all-stars. We just try and make it tough on them. It's a group effort. Everybody's not just one person. I thought the guys executed the game plan. We're trying to make it tough. They missed some shots that they normally don't, and so we capitalized on that by not giving them second opportunities. And so understanding Fox is one of the best guards in this league, and Sabonis is one of the best bigs, and we just try to throw as many bodies as we could to make it tough on them, and the group did that tonight.
Specifically when Lively was guarding Sabonis, do you think that is the success he had, is that a sign of his maturity, the way he's developed?
Yeah, I think when you look at the first two meetings, Sabonis had his way, and so I think when you see Lively's growth from the start of the season to today is big. Also role, being a starter and now coming off the bench, he's accepted that, and he's trying to do everything to help the team win, and that's what it's all about at this time of the year. Is about wins, and again, we put ourselves in a position on the road against a very talented team, and came away with the W.
Coach Kidd, you actually have four players with four more trades, but what I wanted to ask you with P.J. Washington and Gafford, even though he was in foul trouble, they definitely make a total difference for your team. Can you talk about what they add, at least from this meeting compared to the last two meetings with the Kings?
Yeah, I think take away the opponent, they've helped us in so many areas. When you talk about the defensive side, the physicality, being able to guard, being able to rebound the ball, being able to change shots, being able to block shots. I can go through a list on the defensive end. And then on the offensive end, they both have great hands. They both can put the ball in the basket. Again, PJ's ability to shoot the three helps us, and you can see that in tonight's matchup. And then Gaff being able to control the paint, offensive rebounds, and being able to finish when there's a small arm. It's something that we haven't had when we talk about 48 minutes of two centers being able to catch and finish. But I think we all love their attitude and their character and what they're all about, and that's about the team and about winning and playing their role at the highest level.
If you don't mind me saying it, does it kind of like take the pressure with Gafford, being in there, kind of like take the pressure off a rookie like Derek Lively?
I think the Live is up for the challenge. We don't look at anything as pressure. It's a challenge. There's so many talented players in this league, and as a rookie, he's a sponge. He wants to be good. He works at it. He's going to make some mistakes like vets, but I think just understand when you have a teammate like that, that will pass you the baton as a relay, you embrace that and you want to be successful. You don't want to let your partner down, and right now that combination of those two are playing at a high level for us.
How do you assess Timmy's performance tonight? And also, you just did it with Utah. You're gonna have to do it again here. How do you keep up that consistency playing the same team twice?
Yeah, great question. When we look at Timmy, I think just the shots that he's taking right now, his confidence, stacking Utah and tonight, putting two games together, you can see that he's starting to turn the corner. And we're going to need him. I've said that before. Some probably disagree, but that's cool. Just looking at the things that he does for us on the offensive end, you can see that here in the last two games. Again, we need his leadership and his toughness and his ability to make tough shots, but being able to make plays, he's starting to find his teammates, and that just makes the game easier for everybody.
Just want this little sizzle, not little, long sizzle that you're on now. Do you feel like you're sending maybe some messages to the league and especially the Western Conference?
No, we're not sending any messages. We're just trying to, take what's in front of us and play what the game that's in front of us, take the one possession that's in front of us to get better. We let the media do the talking for us. We understand where we are at, how big this road trip is, and this is only game 2 of 5. And again, as you brought up, we got to play the Kings again, and we're going to have to make some adjustments. It will be a different team on Friday, and the beauty of that is that we just went through that with Utah, and when we talk about a different team, they will be fresh and ready to go.
Jason, when you guys put Luka and Kyrie together, there was a lot of discussion in the media, and we talked about how good this team could be defensively, and that was in question. These last 10 games, I think you're 4th in the league in defensive rating. It's at a high level. Like, what are you seeing there? Unpack that a little bit for me, and how sustainable is that level of play on that end?
Yeah, I think with the additions of Gaff and AJ, we just didn't have that. Understanding what those two do for us on the defensive end, their length, their athleticism, they're able to rebound the ball for us. They can rebound out of position. When you talk about Derrick Jones Jr., his jumping ability is like no other, so he can go get rebounds out of position. But again, they're just focused on the game plan and what they have to do and who's in front of them. It's not easy guarding Fox or Sabonis, and so PJ was asked him to guard 1 through 5. He did that tonight. He guarded Sabonis. He guarded Fox. He never complains. He wants to go out there and do his job at the highest level. But everybody's playing for one another on both ends. And sometimes in the season, as much as coaches, we would like our defense to be perfect in training camp. It sometimes takes a little time. But there's no better time to play defense in March when you're playing for something. And then again, our offense, we believe, is one of the best in the league with our 2 leaders, with Luka and Kai. So we lean on those guys to be quarterbacks, and they trust their teammates when they let go of the ball.
Speaking of Gaff, like he had a pass where he caught the ball and he just passed it back. How do you feel like when they're doing things like that on the help defense?
Yeah, I think when you look at what Gaff's ability to his great hands, being able to finish in traffic, but then also to be able to just read the situation. We understand what's coming next is the pressure, taking away Luka and Kai, and our role players are going to have to play at a high level. So this is a great experience for everybody to go through it. And when you have X and when you can have 3 ball handlers out there, that helps. But when you have centers who can make plays on the run, who can make passes to their teammates, to the open guy, that helps. And I think that's just the big trust that we have right now. Thank you.
Thank you.